Wandering Wardrobe is a collaboration between the Onstead Institute and the Texas Fashion Collection.
This exciting project brings archival artifacts, some as old as coming from the 1780s, nearly as old as the United States is politically. Pieces that are historic, that have designer interest. These pieces are typically only available to people in museums, often inaccessible spaces to many people.
The Wandering Wardrobe really brings singular content to classroom spaces that teachers don't normally have access to. So if they're looking at an art historical period and they really want to give the dimensions of that time period, the Wandering Wardrobe brings that to the table, allows them to actually incorporate this very unique aspect of art and design within their lesson planning and within their traditional approach to teaching our curriculum.
So through this collaboration between the TFC and the Onstead Institute, we're bringing some of these artifacts outside of the sanctified space of an archive and into public classrooms and public spaces in the DFW area.
I think it's highly important that students are able to interact with these items firsthand. So much of our notion of the past is represented in reference materials, and the ability to really be with an object and experience the aura of it, if you will, particularly to do that at a young age where you're developing appreciations for all sorts of things. To do that within K-12 schools is a remarkable thing.
So this project brings the artifacts to people, but along with that, historical and contextual information to help people, especially teachers who might be facilitating learning with these pieces, to understand what they are and think about different ways that they might be shared, given the nature of their own classroom context. So sometimes that can be embroidery patterns from the period that something was created. Sometimes it's short stories based on the type of person who might have worn that garment. Sometimes it's materials about fashion construction and figuring out, in a time period how something was actually made. So those artifacts and that contextual information is also complemented by making activities. So while you can observe something, you can hear about it, then you can also in a hands-on way understand how that thing was created and really connect with a maker from a different time period, a different context, a different culture.
The Onstead Institute and the Texas Fashion Collection are collaborating on this project, and the Institute is the primary go-to for getting things on loan and getting them into classroom spaces. We have information on our website about how to do so. We also have some content that are related to the garments that allow educators to see some of the context before they even check out the garments.